I'm 43 years old and I don't have any friends. I know this sounds weird, especially you guys that know me, John, Bulldog Mindset, right? You've got this YouTube channel, you know a lot of people. Surely you have a lot of friends. But the answer is no, I don't really. Yeah, I know a lot of people. I have a large network, but I don't really have very many, if any, close friends. Now, I've got some guys that I talk to that I would consider to be close friends, but we don't really hang out. We don't really do anything together. And we don't really talk all that much. We don't really share our lives. We're not really part of each other's lives in any meaningful way. And so, really, it's not really a true friendship if you really think about it, if I'm totally being honest about this. And so I saw a lot of videos that were talking about the subject, saying I'm X age, I don't have any friends. And I thought I would make a video talking about my situation and why I am in this situation and whether I think it's a problem or not, and what that I will do about it, or what maybe you should do about it if you're in this situation. So first of all, why am I here? I mean, I think that there is something in society with social media and the loss of human connection that exists. But in my situation, I am an entrepreneur. I work from home. I have my own business. So I don't go into the 9 to 5. I don't have a job where I would meet people. I mean, in my previous years, I met a lot of my friends from work. I would have a lot of friendships or people that I would talk to at work. That's not the case anymore. And I think a lot of people are remote working now. So probably that's the case for a lot of you guys too. And that's probably why I'm seeing all these videos popping up as remote work has some consequences to it, right? In addition, I am married. I have a wonderful wife and a daughter. And so I'm either working or working out, usually running or going to the gym. And when I do have time, I want to spend it with my wife and daughter. I don't really feel like I have the time to spend with a friend or to invest in friendships. It seems kind of weird. I was like, I don't know how I fit that time in before, because I used to feel like I had so much time, but it's so weird now. I don't drink. I stopped drinking alcohol completely 1 year ago, which was a great choice. Not that I ever drank a lot before, but I think a lot of people that say that they have friends, what they actually have is they have drinking buddies. And that's not the same thing as a friend. I mean, someone that you go and drink with, and I've had drinking buddies before, is not actually someone who you actually like as a person, perhaps. You know, you like them when you're drinking. You like to have fun with them, if we're being totally honest, right? Not that they necessarily are horrible people, but they're probably not the kind of person that's at your level that you would pick as a friend that adds to your life if you're really honest about the situation. I think a lot of people fall into this category, right? So yeah, so that's where I am. And and part of it is my fault, right? I think that, well, let me say this, that it's also hard for me to make friends. And let me tell you why, is because you kind of have to have friends that are on the same level as you. And it's not to say that, oh, I'm all high and mighty or anything like that, but with a fairly big YouTube channel and social media following and being successful in life, in financial areas, and being in this stage of life where I'm doing these entrepreneurial things, there's not that many people that I run into every day that are at that level. And it is important to be at the same level so that you can discuss the things, so that you don't have this kind of weird relationship where someone is looking up to you and they're not really your peer. I think that is important. Not to say that, I mean, hey, if you see me walking down the street or something, come and talk to me, because I would love to talk to you. I mean, I love all of you guys and you're awesome, right? But I'm just saying, like, in order to develop like true meaningful friendships, you kind of have to be at the same level, if we're being honest here. So that is a problem as well. Now, there are some guys that are at my level that have reached out to me. And unfortunately, on my part, it's a failing on my part. I haven't really responded that much back. I just have felt like I'm too busy. I don't have time, which even a lot of people that are on my level, that are operating and doing the kind of things that I'm doing, they also don't have time. So they're busy. I'm busy, right? So it makes things really difficult. I think the most time that I really had friendship in the last few years or so was when one of my friends, we would go to the gym together, or we'd go for a run together. In fact, that's really the only time that I actually even socialize with someone, because we are doing the same thing. Like we're doing something productive together. And that's actually what I think is a good thing for friendship, is to find friends or people, or maybe join groups or hang out with people who are doing some activity, something that's going to advance you, because it is really important to get yourself around the right kind of people. So as far as my situation, to be honest with you, I don't really feel like I need to solve it. I'm not really feeling that I need to have some close friendships. I think that eventually I will try to develop maybe a group of guys or friendships or something that we can get together in person and talk and do some activities, maybe go hiking or have maybe a weekly thing that we do. I think that would actually be beneficial now that I'm talking out loud or thinking out loud about this. But I do think it is important for you to have some kind of male camaraderie, especially as a man, especially if you're single. And what I can offer you, because I wish I could offer you an absolute solution for this, is that I do have a Bulldog Mindset membership that you can join, and we have at least an active Discord and Facebook community, and there's a lot of lessons on social skills and things like that in there. You can check out the link down below if you're interested in that. But it's still not a substitute for in-person meeting with people. I would love to grow it to a point where we had enough people where you guys could meet up in person. We have had some people in the membership do that in some of the bigger cities. But yeah, it is a problem. I do think that this epidemic of friendlessness, of a loss of connection, is really something that affects a lot of men today. And I do think that, especially if you're developing as a man, right, that you need to be around other men, other masculine men, in order to really just have guys that understand what you're going through, that you can kind of lean on. Because you can't really, when you're a man, especially in a relationship, you shouldn't be necessarily telling your girlfriend or your wife all of the things that are troubling you and worrying you, right? Not to say that you can't share any of those things, but you should really have some male support that you can lean on, that you can talk to, that you can share maybe some of these weaknesses with, right? I believe that as a man, you should share vulnerabilities with a woman and with people. I think that is very true, and you can do that publicly, and I believe that makes you stronger. But weaknesses is not. Weakness is something that you haven't figured out yet, and that you feel bad about yourself about, and that you're still struggling and grasping with yourself, and that it's not ready, it's not baked enough in order to talk about it to the general public or to a woman that might feel like you haven't made up your mind about things, or you're unsure about her, unsure about situations that would just cause her to worry, right? Whereas a group of good male friends, I think, can solve that problem. So as I'm talking about this more and more, I'm starting to realize that maybe this is actually a problem that I need to solve. Maybe this is something that I need to do. Anyway, I am curious to know, what do you think about this? Do you really not have any friends? Am I the only one here? Let me know. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you tomorrow.